your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So as I look at our current condition board, the one thing that still kind of calls my attention is the east wind that continues to blow. And that east wind is kind of important for a couple of reasons. One, it helps with the red tide situation by pushing some of those airborne toxins back out toward Gulf waters and thereby kind of reducing the impact a little bit. And also because it affects the timing and the motion of our afternoon showers and thunderstorms. That'll be the case again today. The showers and thunderstorms will build during the afternoon hours with about a 20% chance. And then as we head into the evening hours, those storms will start to drift back toward the coast. Not much of a chance of rainfall during the morning hours. Titan radar, in fact, absolutely quiet. Florence is a 110-mile-an-hour storm. It's Category 2. Just a few days ago, it was a Category 4. So it is now undergoing a little bit of shear, despite the fact that it's over very warm water. So that's kind of disrupting the circulation. Plus, as it nears the coast, it's going to suck in some drier air, and the land mass will also start to interfere with the circulation around the storm. So it doesn't look like there's much of a chance for too much additional strengthening. In fact, it could, in fact, start to decrease in intensity. And that is the projection with time, especially as it moves over land. It could make landfall as a Category 1 or 2 storm, either late tonight or early tomorrow morning, most likely, and kind of skirt the coast, slowing down and just kind of meandering here for maybe 2-3 days. I think the biggest impact from this storm will not be so much surge, though surge will certainly do damage, but will be the tremendous amounts of rainfall that it gets. Down trees, causing power outages. There'll be hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people without power along the eastern seaboard of the Deep South. So the track models are all in pretty good agreement. The storm slowly moves inland, then gets picked up by a front and accelerates off to the north and to the east, a pretty good clip. We're starting to see now a more completely closed eye wall structure. That is an indication perhaps that it's moving over some warmer waters. There's a brief period of time this morning when it may at least maintain or slightly increase intensity, but that time frame is really limited to a half a day today before it really starts to decrease in intensity, I would think, and slow down as well. Big thunderstorms around the periphery, all of that moving in. Weather is going to deteriorate really rapidly along the North Carolina, South Carolina coastline over the course of the next 12 hours. The amount of rainfall is certainly not in question. There's going to be heavy rainfall in North Carolina, South Carolina, perhaps 20, 30 inches of rainfall leading to some widespread freshwater flooding. But because of the decrease in intensity, the forecast for the storm surge has decreased a little bit. So that's good news. It's still going to be high enough, though, that there will be much damage done. As far as the other systems we're watching, Isaac and Helene. Helene is moving away. That's not an issue. And Isaac is looking pretty ragged at this hour. The Hurricane Center continues to forecast that it's an intact tropical storm through half of the weekend, but they say, you know, it's very likely that it could just turn into an open wave and degenerate as well, equally as likely, because it's not looking healthy at this hour. So that's good news. We'd like to see it degenerate before it moves into the Caribbean. West wind coming in at about 10 knots. We will look for today about a 20 to 30% chance of showers, a little bit higher in inland areas. They'll drift to the coast and kind of fall apart, but they'll probably build further inland today because of a weaker wind flow and the sea breeze front being able to move further inland. Drier air moves in tomorrow and the day after, and I think that will limit the number of rain showers that we get. I'm not even putting in a rain shower chance. And then maybe a few of those rain bands from Florence might work their way in the beginning of next work week.